Mr. Antonucci here, and in this video we're going to talk about L'Hopital's rule, which is a rule for how to find limits when you have indeterminate forms. To get started here, L'Hopital's rule is a method for finding the limit of an indeterminate form. So limits resulting in 0 over 0 or infinity over infinity are considered indeterminate. If the limit as x approaches c of f over g is indeterminate, you want to evaluate actually the limit as x approaches c of f prime of x over g prime of x. So this is kind of like an if-then statement. So if this condition exists, then you can make this conclusion. Also, notice that we didn't use the quotient rule for differentiation. We just took the derivative of the numerator and denominator. So we could think of this as the ratio of growth rates. So this boils down to three simple steps. The first step is to show that the original limit is indeterminate. Now, you never want to write that the limit is equal to 0 over 0 or infinity over infinity. The second step is to evaluate the limit of the quotient of the derivatives. And remember, this is not the quotient rule for differentiation. It's the ratio of growth rates. So the third step is to just check if the result is still indeterminate, then you're going to repeat that process. Let's go through a detailed example to show how you would actually work through this. So for step one, you want to find the limit as x approaches 0 of tangent x, and then the limit of the denominator as x approaches 0 of 6x equals 0. So what you would do is say, since the limit as x approaches 0 of tangent is 0 and the limit as x approaches 0 of 6x is equal to 0, the quotient tangent x over 6x is indeterminate form at 0 of the type 0 over 0. The second step is you take the derivative of the numerator and denominator. So the derivative of tangent is secant squared, and the derivative of 6x is 6. Then in step 3, you take the limit as x approaches 0 in this case of the derivatives, so secant squared over 6, and that equals 1/6. So that's our limit there. So in the AP exam, it's important that you verify in writing that the quotient is an indeterminate form before using L'Hopital's rule, and we showed that in step 1. Also, never ever write that the limit is equal to 0 over 0 or infinity over infinity. Rather, you want to write that the quotient is an indeterminate form at whatever the limiting value is. In this case, it was 0 of the type 0 over 0, or if it was infinity over infinity, you would state that as well. Before we move on, I just want to verify numerically using a table of values that the limit as x approaches 0 of tan x over 6x is equal to 1/6. So if we have a table of values, we want to approach 0 from the left and right. So we'll start at negative 0.5 and get closer to 0. And then we could see the values approach 1/6. Now, if we approach 0 from the right, we could start at 0.5 and get closer and closer. We could see that in each case, as x approaches 0 from the left and right, the function values approach 1/6. Now I've graphed the function and also the table of values superimposed on it, and we could see as we scroll in and zoom in closer and closer and closer to 0, you could see that the y values approach roughly 1/6, which is 0.16 repeating. Let's run through this example. We also know for this one that we can try factoring. So I'm going to do this algebraically to then also compare how we get the results analytically using L'Hopital's rule. So this could equal x minus 1's cancel, and then we would have 2 as our limit. So we know that the limit is equal to 2 from that algebraic work, but we want to practice applying L'Hopital's rule. So if we take the limit of the numerator and denominator, we could say the quotient x squared minus 1 over x minus 1 is an indeterminate form at 1 of the type 0 over 0. Second step is we take the derivative of the numerator and denominator. And then our third step is we take the limit of the ratio of the rates of change. So 2x over 1, and that limit is going to equal 2. Now, I know it looks like a ton more work to use L'Hopital's rule in this situation rather than just factoring. However, in a lot of cases, it's not going to work to do it by factoring. You have to use L'Hopital's rule. So it's important to understand how to use it. So here's another example. When take the limit as x approaches 0 of sine x minus x over x squared. So first step, since limit as x approaches 0 of the numerator is equal to 0 and the denominator, the quotient is an indeterminate form at 0 of the type 0 over 0. The second step is to differentiate the numerator in the denominator. And then the third step is to take the limit. Now, the problem with this one is that if we take the limit as x approaches 0, the numerator and denominator both approach 0 as x approaches 0. So guess what we do? We have to apply L'Hopital's rule again because this is now another indeterminate form. So we would take the limit as x approaches 0 of the derivative of the numerator over the derivative of the denominator. So this is now going to equal the limit as x approaches 0 of negative sine x over 2, and as x approaches 0, this will equal 0. So you are allowed to repeatedly apply L'Hopital's rule, but each time you apply it, make sure you verify that you have an indeterminate form. So now we're going to look at a couple limits where x approaches infinity. So in each of these cases, we're going to see if L'Hopital's rule applies. So for this first one, since limit as x approaches infinity of natural log x equals infinity, and the limit as x approaches infinity of x equals infinity, ln x over x is an indeterminate form at infinity of the type infinity over infinity. So we can kind of shorten our work up to write the limit as x approaches infinity natural log x over x equals limit as x approaches infinity. And here we're applying L'Hopital's rule. So the derivative of natural log x over the derivative of x. So this is the limit as x approaches infinity of 1 over x over 1, which is going to equal 0. For this second one, we're going to say since the limit as x approaches infinity of x equals, and the limit of e to the x as x approaches infinity is infinity, x over e to the x is an indeterminate form at infinity of the type infinity over. So differentiate the numerator and denominator, you get 1 over e to the x, and that's going to equal 0. Now, if we look at number 3, it's just the reciprocal of number 2. So we already know that the limit of the numerator and denominator are both infinite, and therefore e to the x over x is an indeterminate form at infinity of the type infinity over infinity. So we'll start there and move on. So we take the limit as x approaches infinity, and then the ratio of the derivatives. And then we have the limit of e to the x, which is going to be infinite. So here's yet another example. We have some polynomials here. You can't really factor this, but we're taking the limit as x approaches infinity. And so we know that the numerator limit is going to be infinite, and the denominator is going to be infinite as well. So we could use L'Hopital's rule and take the limit of the derivative of the numerator and denominator. But again, here, the limit of the numerator is going to be infinite, as will the denominator. So we apply L'Hopital's rule again. And this is going to be infinity. Sometimes it's also helpful to simplify an expression before applying L'Hopital's rule. So for example, in this case, as x approaches 0, the numerator approaches 0 and the denominator approaches 0. However, when I have to differentiate this, the denominator is going to result in a product rule, which isn't too bad, but if I can simplify this a little bit, that's going to be helpful. So what I can do is try to rewrite everything in terms of sine and cosine. So I'm just going to work with this. Now, since the denominator is a product and there's the fraction, I can multiply the numerator by the reciprocal of the denominator's fraction. When I distribute this here, the sine and cosines are going to cancel, giving us 1. And when I distribute it here, the sines will cancel, giving us just cosine x. Then the denominator is x squared. Notice the limit as x approaches 0 is still going to give us the indeterminate form 0 over 0. So we would say that this limit is equal to, notice we didn't apply L'Hopital's rule yet, we just simplified the original limit. Now we're going to apply L'Hopital's. The derivative of the numerator is sine x. The derivative of the denominator is 2x. Now, this is also another indeterminate form. As x approaches 0, you would have 0 over 0. You could do one of two things here. You could recognize that if you factor out a 1/2, you have the limit of sine x over x, which is one of those special limits, and we know that limit is equal to 1, so this answer would be 1/2. Or you could apply L'Hopital's rule again and get cosine x over 2, and then as x approaches 0, the limit is still going to be 1/2 either way. Here's another one where we're letting x approach infinity, but if you notice, the numerator and denominator have a lot of exponents in them. This is an indeterminate form of the type infinity over infinity because the numerator and denominator both approach infinity. What we're going to want to do is simplify the expression again before using L'Hopital's rule. Then it's going to be easier to find the limit. And this is because if we try to apply L'Hopital's rule directly as written, we would have to find the derivative of the numerator and denominator 48 times to evaluate the limit like that. However, if you notice, you can do some factoring. In the numerator, we could factor out a factor of x to the 46th and the denominator. I know we could factor out a factor of 48 from the numerator, but I'm looking for something that I can factor out of the numerator and denominator to hopefully cancel some things. And the x to the 46th would cancel. So all we're doing is simplifying this, taking the limit as x approaches infinity. Now, this is, again, an indeterminate form of the type infinity over infinity. We haven't applied L'Hopital's rule. All we did was algebraically simplify the function. So we're going to use L'Hopital's rule here. This, again, gives us an indeterminate form at infinity of the type infinity over infinity. So we're going to apply L'Hopital's rule again. And here, finally, we could see that the limit would be infinity. Now, to do this one, we could also back up and think about the relative growth rates of the numerator and denominator. Since the numerator's exponent is higher than that of the denominator, it's going to overpower it, and the limit at infinity would be infinity. So in this last example here, we're going to find the limit as x approaches 0 from the right of cotangent x over natural log x. So we have a one-sided limit. Again, if we take the limit as x approaches 0 from the right of cotangent x, that's going to be infinity. And for natural log, that's going to be negative infinity. So cotangent x over natural log x is an indeterminate form at 0 to the right of the type infinity over infinity. So we're going to apply L'Hopital's rule here. Now we could simplify this a little bit We could rewrite cosecant in terms of sine and rewrite that as sine squared x, and 1 over x multiplied by the reciprocal would give us x, and that's still negative in the numerator. As x approaches 0 from the right, I realize I wrote infinity there, but it's 0 to the right. In this case, as x approaches 0 from the right, the numerator and denominator, again, both approach 0. So we could use L'Hopital's rule again. Denominator, we have to use the chain rule, so 2 sine x times cosine x. And here we could use the product property. Now, I want to point out something very, very important. Even though the denominator approaches 0 in this limit, the numerator does not. So we cannot apply L'Hopital's rule again. A common mistake students make is they begin to apply L'Hopital's rule all the time on anything, and you can't do that. However, what we can do is factor out a negative 1/2 and apply the product property for limits. So take the limit as 0, x approaches 0 from the right of 1 over sine x times the limit as x approaches 0 from the right of 1 over cosine x. This limit is going to equal 1. This limit, as x approaches 0, sine approaches 0, but from a positive value. So this limit is going to be infinite. And then we would have negative 1/2 times infinity times 1. Negative infinity is the value of our limit. All right, guys, that wraps it up for L'Hopital's rule for this section. Hope that was helpful to you. I tried to run through a bunch of different types of examples so that you could see how each one of those plays out with L'Hopital's rule. If this was helpful to you, let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more instructional videos and tips.